game against former boss Unai Emery and his Villarreal side in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Meanwhile, Everton have not won in their last 6, drawing the last 3, but have a fine record on the road and looking for a 10th away victory of the season. Team news: and Arsenal make 6 changes from their 1-1 draw with Fulham. Goalkeeper Bernd Leno, defenders Pablo Mari and Callum Chambers, midfielder Thomas Partey, and forwards Nicolas Pepe and Eddie Nketiah all come in. However, there's no Alexandre Lacazette or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but Martin Odegaard is back from an ankle injury, and amongst the subs, he's joined on the bench by the likes of Hector Bellerin, Mohamed El Neni and Gabriel Martinelli. The Gunners line up in a 4-2-3-1 with Bernd Leno in goal, a back four of Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, Pablo Mari and Granit Xhaka. Well, a very warm welcome along to this Friday evening clash in the Premier League. It's 9th place Arsenal against 8th place Everton. The Gunners in their traditional red shirts, white shorts and red socks, all blue this evening for the Toffees. This does count as a game in hand for them in the race for those European places, chasing a 10th away win of the season 2. Neither side in spectacular form. I was just for a second there, it was a strange back pass, I think it's fair to say, by Callum Chambers, who again starts at right back. That's another poor one too, almost chased down by James Rodriguez. Yeah, but the Gunners unbeaten in 4, but maybe with half an eye on their Europa League semi-final first leg against Villarreal and Unai Emery in the week. Everton, they've not won any of the last 6, drawn their last 3. Arsenal on the attack, breaks down though, coming across as Ben Godfrey. And it'll be a throw to the Gunners. Pretty much down by the corner flag in the Everton right back spot. It's unofficial off-tube studio commentary. Arsenal going left to right in this first half, and our TV pictures. I'll run you through the sides in a second. There's bit of nice interplay between Eddie Nketiah and Nicolas Pepe. Pepe can't quite pick up the seconds. Seamus Coleman back in this evening. Brings it away and then just scuffs his clearance. Nketiah will go for goal. It's blocked by Ben Godfrey. It's just pinballing around really. Saka takes over, works it wide to Chambers. Decent ball in Nketiah. Oh, good old leap there. Didn't quite connect. Ceballos has a go at goal. It's up and spinning around in the box, real chaos at the moment. No one's really settling into this game from an Everton point of view. As Thomas Partey now works into Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe. Breathless start to this game. Pepe now wide on the left-hand side, level the edge of the box. Smith-Rowe will turn and get his head down and get to the byline, cross it in, and out for the game's first corner kick. So Arsenal's team, Bernd Leno in goal, back four of Chambers, Holding, Pablo Mari and Granit Xhaka continues at left back. Ceballos and Partey in the middle of the park. Smith-Rowe behind Eddie Nketiah with Pepe and Saka wide. Pickford in goal for Everton. Coleman, Godfrey, Holgate and Digne the back four. Rodriguez, Allen, Andre Gomez the midfield 3. Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been pass fit. And Sigurdsson up front. Saka with the corner kick is an outswinger. Ben Godfrey with the header away. Rodriguez plays a bit of an awkward ball to Sigurdsson, but he does well on the edge of his own box. Rodriguez then back into bit of a danger zone. Richarlison then Holgate back to Jordan Pickford. And the England goalkeeper to settle things down. Yeah, 6 changes for Arsenal. Bernd Leno coming back in. Mari and Chambers, Thomas Partey, and Nicolas Pepe and Eddie Nketiah up front. No Alexandre Lacazette, he's injured, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is still ill. Martin Odegaard though back on the bench. I'll take you for the Everton change in a second, but Digne's coming forward here, searching ball into the box. A decent run in there by James Rodriguez, unconvincing header away by Granit Xhaka. Then Emil Smith-Rowe misses his header, and it's up into a dangerous area, but a flag's got up on the far side, offside against Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I believe. So yeah, Calvert-Lewin's back in, so is Andre Gomez. Seamus Coleman also comes in as a third change of the 3. Michael Keane, Alex Iwobi and Tom Davis make way. Yerry Mina, Bernard and Fabian Delph are amongst those on the bench. After recent injuries, Alex Iwobi has dropped to the bench himself. Michael Keane is injured. Ceballos switches the play, controlled well by Chambers, having a bit of a renaissance, isn't he? The 25-year-old. Amazing when you think he's still only 25. Moved to Arsenal in 2014. Made a fine start, but injuries haven't been his friend. Here's Thomas Partey, summer arrival. Ball on the outside of his right foot, finds Chambers. Now Smith Rowe just drops the shoulder, then goes back to Holding. Fizzes a pass to Granit Xhaka. Nice through ball to Ceballos, breaking from midfield. Tries to flick it inside, only off the shins though of Godfrey. Good play by the former Norwich man. And it bounces through to Jordan Pickford. Ceballos getting a run in the side with Xhaka being utilised as a left back. Kieran Tierney uncertain as to when he's going to be back. Of course, Sai Kolasinac was moved on in January. Cedric Suarez is amongst the options on the bench this evening. Arsenal coming forward. Emil Smith Rowe, right edge of the box, feeds it to Chambers. It wasn't the best ball. And allow Lucadinha to come across. Looks up for an option. A few better than James Rodriguez to have it there. His touch is a heavy one, then it bounces off Andre Gomez. The Everton players, I think, want a handball against an Arsenal man, but not to be, according to the assistant, who's right on the spot there. So a throw to the Gunners. On their right hand side as they attack, level with the edge of the box. It's Chambers. Goes in behind for Saka. It's just over the England man's head though. And Pickford comes off his line. And clears long. Just seeing Graham Stewart in the dugout, or in the commentary box, I think, doing a bit of media work. The former Everton man scored the winner in the 2-1 win back in 1996 for the Toffees. They could do a victory this evening. 9th in the table. Victory will take them above Arsenal into 8th and onto for the same 49 points. They'll have a better goal difference. Tell I, of course it won't. It will keep them 8th, but they'll be a point behind Liverpool and Tottenham. And really pressing those European spots. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Rob Holding having a bit of a wrestle. Holding the captain these days. I thought it was hard done by there. But it's a free kick to Everton. 35 or so yards out to the right hand side. And I think Sigurdsson's going to put his foot on the ball. And allow Godfrey and Holgate to come up from the back. Both good attackers of the ball from set piece plays. Still goalless if you join us. Heading towards the 8th minute. It's unofficial off-tube studio commentary. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. 9th place Arsenal, 8th place Everton. And it's Sigurdsson who'll take this free kick. On the right hand side, it's a high line for Arsenal, outside their own box. Whips it in, Richarlison's there, he bounces, Holding, I think, got the last touch. Into the hands though of Bernd Leno. Hint of an offside in the build-up. Just seeing it again. I think Richarlison may have just been offside if it had gone all the way. Holding just about did enough, found Leno. Now Partey will work it to Callum Chambers, and Holding sweeps it along the line to Xhaka. Misses out Pablo Mari, and Xhaka can bring it over the halfway line. He's got Pepe making a dart down the left. Playing from the left this evening. Played the most of his Arsenal football from the right hand side, hasn't he, Pepe? But Mikel Arteta obviously prefers Bukayo Saka in that position at the moment, cutting in onto his left foot. Pepe from the left. No surprise if they switch over though at some point this evening. Leno looks to Pablo Mari. Under pressure, the German goalkeeper from Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison digs out a decent ball to find Nketiah on the halfway line. Now Smith Rowe to Ceballos. Pepe now, one-on-one with Coleman. Will he try and take him on down the outside? Yes, he will. Coleman sticks to his task. Pepe retains possession, tries to cut back. Coleman then a little nutmeg on Alan, but the Brazilian's wise to it. He'll turn away and play a 1-2 with James Rodriguez. No, Rodriguez doesn't need him. Then plays a bit of a questionable ball back to Seamus Coleman. The skipper gets up towards the halfway line, and Sigurdsson, Calvert-Lewin onto it on the edge of the box. Very, very well. Looks like a man playing with real confidence. Is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 24. Heading towards the prime years of his career, of course. Playing really well. You got to feel he's going to be a shoe-in for England's squad for the Euros. 14 goals so far in the Premier League this term. As Everton working all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Back in the side after a spell out. Another one who'll fancy his chances of being part of that Everton England squad rather, as Everton play a poor ball out there. Played all the games at the World Cup, but Nick Pope, has he taken over? I'm not quite sure in the England pecking order. Depends what Gareth Southgate, now he wants to set his team up as Pablo Mari now, the Spaniard. Little ball inside to Partey. Partey will nicely turn and find Chambers. Chambers down the right, Smith Rowe into Saka. Saka gives it back to Chambers. Partey's found a nice pocket of space in the midfield if they can use him, but they go back, holding into Mari. Xhaka under a bit of pressure from Richarlison. Fed forward looking for Saka. He can't get his touch though. He'll chase Digne down and make life difficult, but the Frenchman puts his head down, gives it to Pickford. He does the same and plays up towards the halfway line, but it's certainly Arsenal who are enjoying the better of the possessions. Again, the second ball falls to them. Xhaka on the halfway line. Ceballos, he does the same and plays up towards the ball towards halfway line, but it's certainly Arsenal who are enjoying the better of the possessions. Again, the second ball falls to them. The chest of Smith Rowe on the halfway line. His body to get away to Saka. He does the same. A little bit tight maybe for Arsenal towards halfway line, but it's certainly Arsenal who are enjoying the better of the possessions. Again, the second ball falls to them. The chest of Smith Rowe on the halfway line. His body to get away to Saka. 39 years old. A little bit tight maybe for Arsenal. Of a different situation to his opposite number, 61-year-old Carlo Ancelotti. Won the lot, hasn't he, Ancelotti? Ceballos, just the same. Pepe comes inside, gets into the box. Plays it back towards Chambers. Just found space on the edge of the box. Andre Gomez was there. And Pablo Mari, 61-year-old Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Mind. Wags his finger at referee John Moss to say he got it wrong, but I think it was probably the right call. I think it was one of those where Calvert-Lewin knew it was coming. Plays it back towards and was happy to take the hit on the edge of the box. Still goalless in the Friday night kick-off between Arsenal and Everton. And chances have been few and far between, in that there's been 0 so far. Arsenal have by far enjoyed the better of the possession. Can't quite get it going. Set pieces have been Everton's main joy. A couple of balls into the box, but nothing too profound as of yet. We've just actually seen Dominic Calvert-Lewin go wide with a header, claiming it was a corner kick, actually a goal kick against the England man, well played by Pablo Mari. But a decent start to the game. It was coming to really break out though. Remains goalless. There's Luca Digne with the ball down the left-hand side, playing nicely with Gylfi Sigurdsson. Calvert-Lewin from the near post. Got in front of his man. Couldn't get the angle to divert it back on goal. Pepe back to Xhaka. I wonder how long this experiment will continue with him as the left back. I suppose Tierney's undisputed starter, isn't he, when he's fit? Arguably the best left back in the Premier League. Certainly amongst the top 2 or 3, isn't it? The Scot, well, he does have his injury problems. As you see the ball bounce out for a goal kick to the Toffees. Matt Ryan, we're seeing a few shots of him in the stands. The Australian signed on loan from Brighton in January. Suggestion he will make the move permanent. Robert Sanchez looks the future, doesn't he, at the Amex. And Matt Ryan might just fancy a change of scene after 4 seasons with the Seagulls. Jordan Pickford with that goal kick. It's well headed down by Pablo Mari. Partey rather into Ceballos and Pepe down the line to Nketiah. Nketiah running the channels and holding off Ben Godfrey for now. Godfrey gets a toe in there. Such a willing defender, isn't he, Godfrey? Doesn't give the ball up and did really well there, but again it falls to a red shirt of Arsenal. And Pablo Mari on the halfway line. Signed permanently last summer. He spent the second half of last term on loan from Flamengo in Brazil. Previously played, well, it was amongst the Manchester City setup, but didn't play. Spells at the likes of Deportivo on loan. Here is Partey. Aimless ball there by the Ghanaian, allows Andre Gomez to walk onto it and find James Rodriguez. A bit untidy between Gomez, Rodriguez and Alan. Gomez eventually settles things down and then gives it back to the Brazilian midfielder Alan. His attempted pass is blocked by Nketiah. Now Ben Godfrey and Mason Holgate, the left of a back four. The left of a central defensive two. James leaves the ball behind him. Everton retaining possession. I have to say, it's just a bit untidy at the moment. Godfrey into Alam. The Brazilian just curls the ball, and as it bounces